Hey guys, belated happy Halloween, hope you're well. Get that off the face. Guys, hope you're well, hope you've had a great week and half term over here in the UK. Great question that I don't get asked as often as I used to, or certainly that I should be. Can you eat too little? It's a very simple question. It's a very relevant question when you're trying to lose weight, especially if you've got a calorie target and you've got something to aim towards, and you find that on your day-to-day routine that you're not actually hitting that calorie target. So basically, let's say that you're on 2,000 calories a day and you are comfortably around the 1,700 calorie mark, 1,800 calorie mark, and you're not needing to eat the additional calories. Is that a problem? And does that cause us for whatever reason to either gain weight or not lose the weight that we're planning? Okay, so I'm going to try and break it down within 10 minutes. Hopefully it all makes sense. As always, please don't hesitate to get in touch with me if you've got any questions. The short answer, no. There you go. That's the short answer done. Okay, what actually happens physiologically, I'm going to delve into now just on a few topics. So the main reason why we think, or we are hoodwinked into thinking that we might be eating too little, and that's what's causing our weight gain or our non-weight loss, is something called starvation mode, or certainly a term like a starvation mode. Oh, my body's in starvation, it can't burn fat. This is just a throwaway comment that unfortunately the health and fitness industry have educated personal trainers, gym instructors and other health-related fitness professionals in, and it's a lack of education, it's a lack of knowledge, and it's not backed up through any science whatsoever. So I want to try and break this down now. Now, we all know, based on metabolism, if you've not watched Metabolism Unit, please watch it, that our ideal scenario is we wake up in the morning, we have breakfast, it spikes our metabolism up, and as it drops down towards lunchtime, we have another meal, and then as it drops down before tea time, we have another meal, and it keeps that metabolism stoked up. Now, obviously, if we are reducing the amount of calories that we're taking in, and it's below our calorie target, then we have a knock-on effect where our metabolism probably is at a lower intensity. So our metabolism's not working as well as if, for example, we had 600 calorie breakfast, 600 calorie lunch and a 600 calorie tea, just as an example, and all of a sudden we find out that we're comfortable on 400 calories, 400 calories, 400 calories, then we won't have the same thermogenic effect within our metabolism, okay? Now that's okay, because we can increase our metabolism other ways, primarily through eating protein. So as long as, for example, you're eating a reduced calorie deficit breakfast, lunch and tea, but there is a good source of protein in there, then you can increase your metabolism that way. And secondly is through exercise. The more activity we do, whether it be walking, whether it be swimming, whether it be another activity, we can elevate our metabolism. So that sorts out metabolism for us. The other thing to look at is energy systems. Same again, if you've not looked yet, please go and check out the unit on energy systems. Okay, now we know that we've got three sources of energy as a human being. We have food that we consume through our mouth into our stomach. We have glycogen or sugar, which is stored energy in our cells. And we have body fat. Body fat, whether it be visceral fat or subcutaneous fat, held around our body, held underneath our skin and around our organs to keep us alive. Now there are three energy sources. Now if you are, same again, aiming for 600 calories 3 times a day, or 2,000 calories overall, and you find that you're comfortable under that, the knock-on effect of this is you've got less calories going in, which means you will increase the amount of glycogen that you burn. So you will tend to use the stored energy in your cells at a greater intensity than you would have before. Okay, which means you will probably lose more weight throughout the day as your water retention and your glycogen levels drop. But then when you get to the evening, you may find that as your body absorbs the water and the moisture in the food that you've had, and obviously if you've been having drinks as well and water as well, your weight may go up again. But importantly, that will not explain any type of maintenance. Any type of maintenance when you're well under your calories, okay, is the fact that your body's not allowing yourself to burn body fat, because your body knows that if you're burning through your glycogen stores at a dramatic rate and you're not having enough food on a maybe 2-3 times a day basis, or certainly daily, okay, your body knows that your fat stores are the only energy source left to keep us alive. So this is where this throwaway comment of starvation mode or caveman mode or whatever you want to label it as, that's where it comes from. Okay, now that's what happens both metabolism and energy level, energy systems wise. So let's look at an example. What if, okay, your BMR, your calorie target that I've given you, okay, which is roughly your BMR, okay, your basal metabolic rate, that is based on you losing a pound a week normally. If you're a larger gentleman or lady, then it might, the calorie target I've given you may be based on 2 pounds a week. Okay, but if you find that you're eating 500 calories less than your BMR, okay, 500 calories less a day, that's 3,500 calories a week, that's 1 pound of additional fat, then you will indeed lose an additional pound of fat. Okay, and the only reason that the scales may not represent that is because of water. Okay, water retention is the big one. Okay, and potentially just your body's restriction to burn body fat. So you're losing glycogen stores. Okay, you are burning subcutaneous fat, but your body's ability to hold on to visceral fat in particular, in the fear that it's gonna die, that we're gonna die. Okay, but you will lose fat, okay, long term, regardless of how little calories you have. You know, no one's ever been to a desert island and put weight on drinking just water. Okay, that just doesn't happen. It can't happen. You know, your body fundamentally, as much as it may fight you along the way, and it might put you into a period of retention, both in water and in other stores, in reality, you will burn through your glycogen stores, you burn through your fat, and eventually you'll burn through your lean muscle. Okay. Now, some of the other things that are more likely, and one of the reasons why I would recommend that you try and stay as close to the target as I've given you as possible, okay? If you're comfortable under, that's fantastic. But the reason why it's there as a target in the first place is to reduce, okay, the chances of these things happening. Now, if you're way under your BMR, you are more likely to have a reduction in energy and feel fatigued on a day-to-day basis. You're more likely to be tired, you're more likely to crash, and as we know, if we crash, we will crave sugar and fat because that's what your body needs. You're more likely to cheat and overeat, and it is 100% increase in the unsustainability of the overall plan, okay, if you're way under your BMR. Okay, so unless you're a very dedicated, consistent person who is comfortable with being uncomfortable, okay, and all these things happening, then you are setting yourself up for failure and the plan to be unsustainable, which is not what it's about. It's about a lifestyle change, it's about being sustainable, and it's about controlling your weight for the rest of your life. So I hope that clears it up. In short, just to come back, can you eat too little to lose weight? No. Okay, but I would highly recommend that you try and get close to your calorie target, which will be based on your basal metabolic rate. Guys, have a fantastic week. Peace out.